Uh, Talk to me, Cleveland. You know who it is. It's your brother Kevin Chill Hurd. And man, this is the 80th quarantine episode of Chill Talk. And just a second. All right, had to handle a couple things real quick. Okay, this is the 80th episode of Chill Talk, and as special guest co-host, we have my brother, your brother, a Chill Talk mainstay, part of the Chill Talk family, the gangster chaplain, brother Johnny Dent. What's going on, Johnny Dent?
Big brother Chill, what's up, man? Just coming into the dojo to hang out with you for a little bit. And shout out to all my people, my listeners, and everybody locally and abroad.
I have a message from the super producer. The super producer is not feeling well, but she's doing better. She left a message. She said, let me give you, she gave an actual message for the Chill Talk people. She said, keep a sister in your thoughts and prayers, and a special thanks to those who have already been doing so. She said, much needed and appreciated. Love our Chill Talk audience, and I'll be back soon. Might be looking like I just came back from a casino trip with a bedazzled oxygen tank, but I'll be back. All right, so big ups to the super producer. You know, you can't keep Felicia Haney down. So that's the message. Keep her in your thoughts and prayers. Give her all that positive energy, love and light. And we'll keep you updated on the super producer. Before I start going on to all these books that I've been getting. Oh, and by the way, Johnny Den, I got my shingles vaccine today.
Man, I'm up next, man. You know, I already got my 3-piece on the COVID vaccine. So yeah, I'm going shingles too. Why not?
So you got your your 2 fully functioning vaccine shots, and then you got your booster.
Yes, sir. And with the wraparound, because if you remember, I had COVID when it first started.
Oh, that's right. So you got the quadruple antibodies.
You know, not necessarily impervious, but doing a lot better than most. You know what I mean?
So you got you had the initial antibodies, the natural immunity antibodies, and then you did the right thing and went ahead and got your 2, you did your 1, 2, and now you got your 3rd, got your booster.
You know what though, bro? You mentioned the shingles vaccine. Now it's funny because nobody that I know that ever had shingles was kind of like, oh man, I went through with a breeze. They always was down for a minute, all shook up, raggedy, talking crazy on the phone, like, oh man, you don't want this. And I'm like,
don't want the shingles.
How do you get shingles? You know, like where it come from. And that's when they started talking about chicken pox.
Yeah, if you had the chicken pox, then the shingles virus is looming already there, just waiting for you to slip. So the older you get, the more weakening of your immunity, just a tunge from your immunity from chicken pox, and when you get to a certain age, that shingles virus that's been looming in there is ready to come out. And believe me, you do not want to get shingles.
Well, I'm headed in. I'm actually going to put in my request tomorrow.
So I think, what is it, when you turn 50?
Oh, yeah, 50.
Yeah, 50. Yeah, when you turn 50, you need your shingles shot. So I got, hey, brother Unc talked me into, he kept talking about, Chill, you got all you, but you didn't get your shingles. So brother Unc, salute. You see, I got my no pseudo hat on. Salute to brother Ankh for putting me on with the information, making sure I went and got the shingles. So I got it today. And when I got my booster, Johnny Dent, I also had I took my flu shot the same day as my booster shot.
Oh man, you champ.
I got Mika and yeah. What's up, Mika? Yeah, Mika. I just looked. Mika's giving that information.
Good.
Okay, hold on. About the chicken pox. Yep. What's up with Vicky Dansby? Dansby in the house. My mama's in there. We got Quentin
Hey, Mama
Page.
Chill.
So welcome to Chill Talk for the people who are just, your first timers. Make sure that you like and follow the page. So anytime we pop up with something new, or our regular Wednesday, you'll be notified. But we give away all kinds of free stuff. Matter of fact, I'm just getting the reports in from the people who won free advanced movie screening to see King Richard.
Was my
Where,
name on there? It should have been, right? Well,
was your
never
name on what?
mind. Never mind.
Where Will Smith plays the father of Venus and Serena Williams. And so a lot of people who won advance, because the movie comes out on Friday, but we had our Chill Talk people got to see it yesterday. And all reports of people hitting me back saying thank you for the free screening tickets. They loved it. They said Will Smith is amazing. And the talk is that he may be up for an Oscar nomination for this. They loved it. They said, Will. Is that you listening? You hear? Is that you with the replay, Johnny Dent?
It's all. Yeah,
okay.
I turned it off.
And they
I
said,
wanted to make sure you was getting my best side. That's all.
Yeah, the young ladies who play Venus and Serena, they said they did an incredible job. Also, since like I said, this is our 80th show in quarantine, meaning we haven't been at the radio station at Radio One where we normally do the show for 80 weeks, 80 shows. And just if you see it out there, you see in the chat, you can, because we're not doing the show at the radio station. We don't have our regular commercials. But if you want to donate support to the Chill Talk platform, you can hit us up on Cash App, $ at Chill Talk 2. No, excuse me, Felicia. That's why I need Felicia here. $ money to chill, the number 2 chill, $ money to chill, and that's on Cash App. And if you want to actually advertise with Chill Talk, hit up Rhonda Crowder, and she'll get you set up. As you can see on our banner page for this, we have Iman Roofing, and that brother's got mad business. Before I start showing off all my new books, Johnny Dent, you want to let us know what you had going on during the week? Anything special?
No, just trying to fight. Always questioning, my personal potential. Am I doing enough to help, especially when it comes to the youth and the things that they're getting into? My heart goes out to the family both ways of the young lady that was killed in East Cleveland.
Right.
And what was earlier deemed as retaliation, and then you find out she don't have nothing to do with it. So things like that always make me second guess, third guess. What should I be doing? What should my constituents be doing to try to make the city safer? A1, safer, and then secondly, make sure that these youth actually start reaching their full potential, which is why I'm excited once you told me 100 Black Men was gonna come in today.
Right, and that's another thing for the people who are on. In about 8 minutes, we will be joined by my brother Grady Burrows, who will be talking about the 100 Black Men have an event coming up. And so he's going to give us all the history of 100 Black Men and let us know all what's going on with the event and give us some information. And let the people know, brother Grady Burrows and I, when I was informed that he would be the guest representing 100 Black Men, man, me and Grady Burrows go back. And as it would be, today is my father's birthday. Rest in peace to my dad, Leon Sebastian Hurd. Today is what they say his heavenly birthday.
Big brother Hurd.
Hey, and Phi Nu Pi to the Golden Shore for my dad. Member
I was a pallbearer, Chill. I know you was in another light, but I was a pallbearer. So
yeah, you were. Did you replace me?
Yeah, you wasn't. I don't know who I replaced, but
because I called myself was going to be a pallbearer, and somebody said, Chill, you better get a backup in case your idea doesn't go as planned, and it didn't. So I appreciate you being there for that, Johnny
Yes,
Dent.
sir. Yes, sir.
Uh,
Honor.
but my dad, and we'll talk about it, and Grady Burrell's dad, not only were fraternity brothers, not only best friends, they opened a business together in Lee Harbor, but they were childhood friends. And my dad is from Miami, from Opelika to be specific, Opelika, Florida. So Grady's father, Zeke Burrows, they grew up together in the area of Miami. So
Wow.
I can't wait to talk to that brother. And I see the hitman. The hitman Stereo is watching. You've been gone for a minute, Stereo. You must have saw Johnny Dent was on here, and you want to.
Stereo want to do a rap battle or something.
He want to do it. He's still looking for Unc and Sean and them, but he might get his chance. Speaking of which, let me start. I got so many new books. Well, first of all, everybody knows that Sean, my brother, our good brother, Any Arret Sean Califani, Sean P, has a new book. Man, this book is called What SARS-CoV-2 Taught Me. So we're gonna look to see Sean, and we're gonna have a special chill talk. I already talked to Dr. Benita Cole. She's gonna be on there with him, so it's gonna be a good show. But yeah, so we're gonna have Sean on to talk about his book, What SARS-CoV-2 Taught Me. 2 weeks ago, we had a mother and daughter author tandem who both encouraged each other to write books. And man, these books are beautiful. The daughter, Randall Simone Gregory, Chasing the Roots of My African Heritage. It's an ode to HBCUs. It's a poetry book. Man, it's the bomb. Big ups to Randall Gregory. And her mom, Nikki Gregory, Lotus, the Vice POTUS. It's a children's book. So
like
and
that.
it's dedicated to of course Madam Vice President Kamala Harris. And we gave away my brother Tremaine Willis, one of our big supporters of Chill Talk, representing Hard Pivot Financial, bought 2 books for me to give away at the Motown event. Bought 2 books courtesy of Chill Talk and donated them back. And I personally raffled them away at the Motown event that we had the other week at the Civic. So, we'll do some more with these 2 books. We had the authors on, Nikki and Randall Gregory, mother and daughter, getting it in.
Hey, look here, brother. Speaking of which, every time I turn around, you always somewhere. You always doing something. I mean, what are you doing that we don't know about that's keeping you looking young and vibrant and you're just looking like you always ready?
Hey man, I don't know. It's just trying to keep moving. I mean, I realize I can do better. And if Vicky Dansby is watching, I see that we just lost Grady, but 8:20, so he should be coming back in a minute if you need to call him up. But yeah. Oh, and by the way, I forgot Johnny Dent. I was at the Dave Chappelle joint at the Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse.
How'd that go?
Hey man, well, it was really about Dave showing his documentary about how he had all of these comics come to work during COVID at a farm.
At his house.
At his house.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about just not some old bootleg, not just some bootleg comics. He got Chris Rock, Kevin Hart, David Letterman showed up. But yeah, he showed it. And he came out and did a set. And he had 2 other comics. And he had one of his homeboys who's a rapper from Dayton. And of course, he closed it out with Cleveland's Bone Thugs and Harmony live.
That's what's up. Yeah.
Did the thing. So shout out to Dave Chappelle. And I have to admit, normally it's me that's there getting the hook up. I was +1 this time. I was there. I was there with Dr. Hurd. She
Okay.
had to hook up this time.
Okay.
So I was +1 for a change, Johnny Dent. She had the juice.
Shout out to Janice.
She had Dr. Janice Taylor Hurd had the juice. So I was rolling with her. So big ups to wifey. Also, okay, first of all, the greatest thing in the world, two greatest things in the world has happened. One, my daughter has a job.
Really?
Okay? But check this out. Not only does she have a job, she has a job at Barnes and Noble Books.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So you know what that means.
Oh, yes. It's time to write.
But I get discount as book. Man,
Yeah.
okay, first of all, let me run it real quick. Let me run it, and I'm all over the place. Extinction and evolution, what fossils reveal about the history of life. Bam. All right. Man, this we're gonna do this quick. And you see, I'm all scientific with it. Smallpox, the death of a disease. Okay, we eradicated smallpox because everybody got vaccinated. So this tells the story of, man, smallpox been around for 3,000 years. And so it talks about how that went down. Also, my man Neil deGrasse Tyson, Cosmic Queries, Star Talk's Guide to Who We Are, How We Got Here, and Where We're Going. My man Neil deGrasse Tyson got it in there. All right.
Deep thinker, real deep, deep independent thinker.
Vicky, I saw Grady back in there again. He just need to hold on. We about to bring him on right now once he comes back. Okay, I ordered this book, so this wasn't one I got on discount from Barnes and Noble. Why Trust Science, Dr. Naomi Oreskes. Man, this, like my man, I gotta find out how many pages it is so I can say like my brother. 340 pages of fire. All right, we almost done. Okay, I even got a magazine, Scientific American. Particularly, it talks about gene therapy finally works, and also solved mysteries of ancient Egypt's sacred baboons. I haven't got to that one yet. And last but not, not last but not least, a literal player from the Himalayas. I also attended an event where all of the guardians that are part of the vaccine campaign and people who are hesitant. One of the other guardians, not the baseball team guardians, but the other guardians, the crew, we all got together, a wonderful meeting. We shot some ads and commercials. We met with funders, just spending money on getting information out. But one of the brothers who has appeared with me on posters and billboards, everybody in Cleveland has seen me, my man Nar Pradhan. He's actually from the Himalayas. I told him he's literally a player from the Himalayas. Finally.
So, bro, you said two things though. Two things. The first thing was Jordan, Lady Jordan getting the job. What's the second thing?
Did I get a discount on books?
She that means we get a discount.
I get a discount on books. That's why I done went ham up in the bookstore. Okay, all right, okay. My brother, Daryl McNair. I am honored to call him a friend. He was honored the other day by the Black Professionals. He was the 2021 Black Professional of the Year. If you don't know who this brother is, you need to find out about my brother Daryl McNair. We were college freshman buddies. He lived right down the hall from me. So we grew up as freshmen at Kent State University. But we ready to bring on my man Grady Burrows. Johnny Dent, you ready? You on?
Yeah, I'm on. I'm ready. Okay. Let's do
that. When people don't talk and don't move, I think the screen has frozen. Yeah. All right, let's bring brother.
Okay, so I'm a tick every now and then, you know.
That's all I know.
Like spin love, you know.
All right, Grady, you sideways, King. We got to look at it
Man,
like this. You got to turn
got
it
him
the
on
other way.
tilt, the gangster lean.
Here we go. There we go. Now all you
Okay,
have to
okay.
do is take your mute off, unmute, and we're going to be ready. And if you can get a little higher up in the picture.
Yeah, I need to put in my earbuds.
All right. All right. Make it happen because we can hear you. But yeah, get them together. Brother Grady Burrows, that's my man. And hopefully the people, and everybody that's watching, please share the show. And you can see it as the show is archived, as well as I will upload it to the Kevin Chillhurd YouTube channel. So you can also subscribe to my YouTube channel, Kevin Chillhurd. Great brother Grady, what's going on? Talk to me, Grady.
I'm doing good. I'm excellent. I'm excited to be here. When I heard you were doing an interview tonight, I said, that's old friends. I said, we go way back.
Way generations.
Exactly.
Way
exactly.
back.
People just don't know. People don't know.
Hey, and Grady, I was just telling Johnny Dent at the beginning. First of all, we have Johnny Dent is my co-host today, filling in for the super producer Felicia Haney. So
wonderful.
We have brother Dent.
A hard task filling in for Felicia.
But I was telling Johnny Dent at the beginning when we first came on that today is my dad's birthday.
Oh,
and
wow. Okay.
Today is his heavenly birthday. And I told him, not only have I known, Grady, I've known you my entire life. And not only were our fathers business partners,
correct.
In the Lee Harvard area were business partners, but they were childhood friends.
That's right.
Back in the Miami area.
Exactly.
Of Florida. So man, they go way. Hey, man, my father didn't have a lot of because he's from Opelika, Florida. So
that's
a ways away, and your dad was certainly one of his best friends.
Yes. When you travel those many miles and distances from sunny Florida all the way up to Cleveland, Ohio, you learn real fast that your homeboy from down south is somebody you need to stick to in a number of ways. So they were definitely friends and business partners and just brothers through and through. So they have a long legacy, and obviously we wouldn't be here doing what we're doing if we're not for them.
Right. That's exactly correct. Before we get into the 100 Black men information, tell the Chill Talk audience a little bit about yourself.
Sure, I'd be happy to. So I've been a member of the 100 Black Men of Greater Cleveland for over 15 years, quite some time. And currently, I serve as the chair of the Education Committee, one of our Four for the Future programs. I've had the honor of serving in that capacity and doing a number of things. Primarily, we launch mentoring programs within the CMSD school system. So I've had the honor to serve under several chairpersons or presidents of the 100. By day, I am the executive director of HIT and the CLE, which is a program that helps Black and Brown youth, primarily high school and college students, learn coding, computer coding, skill sets and data science skill sets so they can begin careers in areas where they're vastly underrepresented, but greatly needed and wanted by industry. So I've over 25 years in corporate IT, and I leverage that in a nonprofit mode right now to help bring greater access and awareness for our young people in the community to open doors that traditionally are not open to them.
Excellent. Johnny Dent, I know some of that he was speaking your language, especially working with the youth, because I know that's part of your ministry. So, I'm glad to see Brother Grady Burrows fulfilling this task. But Johnny Dent, again, you got to move, bro. So I know you're not frozen over there. Okay, there you go. All right. Grady, tell us a little bit about 100 Black Men. Certainly I'm familiar with it. Johnny Dent is familiar with it, but tell us a little bit about what it is and what you guys do.
Sure, sure. So the 100 Black Men is a international organization with chapters all over the world, but it definitely has its origins here in the United States. Started in Atlanta, Georgia, with basically the charge of Black men giving back to their communities and to the people who look like them, who maybe have not had all the opportunities that members of the 100 have. We are a group of professional individuals. Most of us have been to higher education and have degrees, but that's not a requirement or a necessity of being a member. But what is that men who have reached a certain amount of success professionally in some vocation or stature, whether that's business, law, medicine, entrepreneurship, you name it. But the bottom line is that they have a commitment to want to give back. Our model is what they see is what they will be. And that primarily speaks to the children, to the youth. A lot of our programs are focused around mentoring, around lifting up and giving back to youth in our communities, to make sure they have proper role models and people they can emulate, who look like them. So our biggest challenge is to work with youth, but we have a lot of programs. We have 4 primary pillars, those being health and wellness, economic development, definitely education, and the 4th one, oh, got me on the spot. I'll think of it, but I'll come back to that. But
Right.
but there are 4. There are 4. And the primary focus, like I said, is giving back and investing in the communities from which a lot of us have come, still live in and worship in, and travel around to. And maybe we're a little distant, but we always know where we come from, and want to make sure that those coming behind us have a way up, have a ladder, a foothold to scaffold up, and to do and reach the dreams that we all know they're accomplished and capable of.
Okay. And I know I really was super familiar with the organization, although, obviously I knew lots of people in it, but I would often hear about it. I believe one of the past presidents was Judge Mike Nelson. I know he was
Yeah,
heavily, yeah, that's my guy.
Mike Nelson is one of the founding members
Okay,
of the
that's what I thought.
Cleveland chapter. Yeah, so Mike has been instrumental, and really had not been for Mike and his involvement, creativity, and strength and leadership, we would not have been founded when we were. So lots of credit and kudos goes to Mike and the group of men who got together and decided Cleveland needed a chapter of the 100.
So hey, Johnny Dent. So Mike Nelson was one of the first 100 of the 100 Black men of Greater Cleveland.
Yeah. Mike, Tony Peoples,
Mhm.
Judge Michael John Ryan, uh, just quite a few brothers I met over the years that was a part of the 100. Speaking of which, this thing, respect for family, spirituality, justice, and integrity, right?
Mhm.
How
Mhm.
how do you meet the challenge of what they see they'll be, right? So
That's right.
how do you meet the challenge of trying to instill in them this sense of justice when things are going on within the very communities that they live in?
Great question. So primarily, we are a very hands-on organization. By that, I mean, we believe in that you have to be a workhorse and not a show horse. And
Hmm.
to that end, especially over the last year and a half too, with not only the pandemic, but with racial injustice, things happening all over our country with George Floyd, and just the brutality that's been exhibited around Black and Brown and African American men, it is very difficult. But what we try to get through to the youth is that through positive experiences, especially mentoring, they can see avenues that they can be excellent in, whether that's pursuing their athletic abilities, uh, pursuing educational opportunities, or just being able to talk through their difficulties and challenges without taking aggressive actions with others. There's lots of vehicles. So what we try to do is walk the talk instead of just preaching, but show them through our mentoring activities. And a classic example is that we do have a very robust mentoring program. And even through the pandemic, when things were shut down and people weren't meeting and the schools were not in session and you couldn't do what we traditionally did, we leveraged a program by where we met in the metro parks or just parks around Cleveland. We started with the park over in East Cleveland, and used the Metro Park system, and got the young men socially distant, masked up, but still got them together so we could walk through that park, spend a couple of hours talking about their dreams, their aspirations, what they were going on, what was going on, what they were thinking about, and still kept our mentoring on. So that was one key element. And our mentoring program is nationally recognized. We're all trained in that, and we take it very, very seriously. But our other programs that we have are just as important, whether that's in-school tutoring, that we do with 3rd and 4th grade young men, trying to help them pass proficiency skills, whether that's working with schools, with Mound Elementary School, and Brother Copeland is over there, where we go in and we talk about our careers and how we got to where we are, and how the young men and young ladies can get to where they aspire to be, to just a host of things that are really, really important. Last but not least, one of the linkages that we do is we have a collegiate 100, where we get brothers at the college level, primarily at Tri-C, working with Dr. Gary, Gary. I call him Dr. Gary, but Gary is a past president and doctor over at Tri-C, who has gotten together a group of young brothers who basically are at that stage where they're beginning their professional career at the college level, and they have aspirations, goals, and we meet with them to network, to help inspire them, to help them with employment opportunities. So those are just a myriad and variety of different things that we do as 100 Black men, actually touching the ball, so to speak, and pressing the flesh with people in our community, because we really believe that's where the magic happens.
Okay, and again, for the people joining us, we're here with our good brother Grady Burrows, representing the 100 Black men of Greater Cleveland. And Grady, your team 100 Black men are on the case over in the chat. They also said the other founders were Franklin Martin and Curtis Griggs,
yes.
and Greg Clifford. So
Yes.
they're in the chat. Team 100 Black men are in the chat, getting that extra information out.
I'm glad it gets rough when you don't know them founders.
Believe me, when I came in 15 years ago, it was serious. I had to pledge for 2 years, just being in quotes, air quotes, before I got into the organization. But we were very serious when we were founded about people not just saying or giving lip service about wanting to be a member, but you really had to donate time and put time into it before you even considered, for a full-time membership. So the founders took it very seriously.
Okay, and speaking of which, because I was just getting ready to ask you, I mean, you're involved in you're personally involved in I'm sure many other organizations. Grady's a good brother of Phi Beta Sigma, and probably a host of other organizations. What made you join 100 Black men? What brought you to that, especially since I know that you're involved in so many other things?
That's a beautiful question, because I have to very much think and be discerned when it comes to a new opportunity, something being put on my plate. Because right now I try to get things off, but I joined the 100 because I saw a group that was very focused on the mission and the vision of what they wanted to accomplish. And to be, very clear, they were about getting stuff done. And given especially the strong leadership from their national organization, and how you could go from any city and look at a chapter and what they do, and the programs definitely support not only that city, but the national directive of what we're trying to accomplish. So, bottom line, they were action and go-getters. And when you name those individuals like Mike Nelson and Curtis Griggs and Russell Redmond and Franklin Martin and others, those gentlemen were about their business. So I wanted to be a part of that too. And I just thought that, this is one organization that was results oriented and definitely gave back to the community, especially African-American people, where I saw a lot of not only opportunities, but something basically that made a difference.
Mhm. And big ups to Adrian Michelle Sims. She's in the chat dropping knowledge. She said the good doctor you were trying to think of is Dr. Carrington,
Yes.
Gary Carrington.
And
And
I work with Gary Carrington for years, but I charge it to my mind and not my heart. I just turned 55 this past Sunday, so it's just the gray matter is getting a little slow. But I know Gary's name, so I appreciate though everybody helping me out
yeah,
on the chat.
Adrian, and Vicky Dansby are dropping that information in the chat to make sure that we have all of that information. And I know that Johnny has some questions, but before we get to that one, again, I want to tell everybody, make sure if you're just joining us, share the show. We're here with Grady Burrows of the 100 Black Men of Greater Cleveland, and you guys have an event coming up.
Most definitely.
Tell me about the event.
We most definitely do on December the 11th, and I know the young ladies will chime in. We will have our gala event, our signature event. It is one of the most important activities we have from a recognition and fundraising capacity. So we are pretty well known for our black tie gala activity that traditionally happens every other year. We've thrown off a little bit with the pandemic, but we are back better and stronger than ever. It's going to be a mask parade, accent on the word mask, because they will be required and in full effect.
Nice.
But we're going to recognize leaders in our community from the respected areas of medicine, education, emerging talent, as well as business people. So it's really a showcase where we hold up the folks who sometimes don't get the recognition they deserve, and quite honestly, some of their peers may get in this community, in the wider Northeast Ohio community, but they're all people of African American descent who we deem need the award, the recognition, and being raised up and celebrated, quite honestly. We will also 10 new brothers coming into the Cleveland chapter on that night, and make sure that they are recognized in front of their families and the community as men who have committed to the ideals and the mission of what we are trying to accomplish here in Cleveland. And last but not least, we're gonna have a good party. We're gonna make sure that everybody gets their party on, and we've all been cooped up, and a lot of us haven't had an opportunity to put on our black ties and after five attire. So we want to make sure that we have some fun, and people kick off, or at least continue their holiday season in good fashion, but also remembering the cause and the mission of raising money so that we can do what we do.
Certainly, I encourage everybody to support the efforts of 100 Black Men of Greater Cleveland. And I don't know if you know this information, and thanks for the people that's putting the information in the chat of its location. Yeah, but they also putting the information of where it is, and we appreciate you for that. Quick question: I know you guys are gonna have a good time, good party. Who's the DJ? Do you know who it is? Who's the DJ? Hey,
Phil, I'm gonna get you, man.
Vicky, DJ. Let's go.
Ask Vicky. Vicky knows.
Vicky,
Johnny O?
is it Johnny O? Johnny did call it me. Is it Hillary? No. Who's the DJ?
Ready Real?
Right. Vicky, we need to know who's the DJ so we can get people low key. Oh, man, Vicky's quick. DJ low key. What's all right? Y'all about to rock like that. Okay, that's what's going on. And I know John has some questions, but another thing before Johnny Dent jumps in, how do brothers? I mean, you told us the kind of the qualifications, but if and maybe Vicky can put some of the contact information in, not just how to join, but just to know all about the organization. What's the website? How do you got your Facebook and your social media?
Right.
Find out about you and contact you.
So it's very easy. I'm sure the ladies will help me out in putting some of those administrative things in the chat. But just Google 100 Black Men of Greater Cleveland. I believe that the website URL is 100 Black Men of Greater Cleveland. And if you go to that website, you will find basically all of our information in our programs. You will find membership information. If you're interested in membership, there's a link for that so that you can chime in and express your interest in becoming a member. There's information about our for the future programs on that website, as well as our signature event. The gala has extensive information on that site, so you can buy tickets if you're interested. So that is a great place to start. We are on social media, on Facebook, I believe. I'm not sure about IG, but anytime you go on any of those social media platforms and look at 100 Black Men of Greater Cleveland, you will be able to find us.
Okay, and as you are speaking, of course, they are dropping that information in the chat thread. So we appreciate all that. Go ahead, John, get it in.
All right, so Brother Burrows, not to be the originator of doom and gloom, but I have to ask you these two questions. So
Okay.
number one, you got a lot of men that are very passionate. They are movers and shakers in their own right, in and of their self. They stand alone individuals. How do the 100 Black Men deal with the issue of making sure that your deliverables maintain and sustain fidelity? In other words, if I was one of the 100 men in my own right, how do I say, you know what, forget all this stuff. Let me, how do you stop them from saying, hey, forget all this stuff. I got my own program. You can come over to me, to one of the youth. Sustaining fidelity, that's the question, number one.
Okay. So if I'm gonna repeat, are you asking how do we bring in people who may have their own interests or program already?
Okay, no. I think Johnny is saying if you have members that should be dedicated to the aims and purposes of 100 Black Men, what if they say, forget that, I got my own program jumping, and y'all
this ain't working quick enough. Yes, okay. This ain't working quick enough.
Gotcha. I understand. So
I'm the explainer in chief.
I appreciate it. Well, you know, everything ain't for everybody. And I just say, you know, at point blank, I'm always an advocate, and I think the 100 is too. If somebody has it going on in Cleveland where they're benefiting other people, we're going to be a cheerleader for them. We're not trying to compete with nobody or say, you know, we're going to get in a match. As far as I was going to use some colorful language, but I'm going to keep it real.
I feel you.
We're not going to get in that kind of match, you know, to try to outdo each other. We want to celebrate. And quite honestly, some of the people we recognize at our gala and recognize in the past have programs that you could say wouldn't necessarily be a competitor, but are out there doing their thing. And we want to celebrate and recognize those people because we sincerely believe rising tide, you know,
lifts all boats. There you go.
All boats. And there's enough pie to go around. Everybody can eat and deserve get some sunshine. So we're not trying to hold anybody down, especially brothers and sisters who are making a way, who are doing positive, and who are definitely giving back. We want to celebrate them. And if they want to be a member, hey, that's a beautiful thing. If not, how can we celebrate you so you can continue to do better? Because at the end of the day, there's enough work. There's more than enough work than we got hands for. So we just need to get more people into that mindset of giving back, lifting up, whether it's a collective part of the 100 Black Men of Greater Cleveland or on their own.
Excellent. Number two. Pareto's principle, 80-20 rule. You know, how do you deal with burnout within an organization?
Wow, that's a great question, because the reality, as Brother Hurd said a few minutes ago, many of our brothers are members of other organizations, whether they have their own entrepreneurial venture in corporate America, in management, working a business, whatever they do, they have that going on, plus their other interests. And the reality is, we all know, as being members of multiple organizations, it's usually that 80-20. 20% does the work, while 80% wants to sometimes, you know, take the glory and the benefit. The reality is I think we all recognize, especially as people come through and put in some hard work, you know, if you are consistently at the table, doing the work, putting in the elbow grease, especially our leadership and our officers. It's okay to sit back, after a few years and take a chill and relax from the context of being there every single day and being at the forefront, being the tip of the spear, because burnout is a natural thing. It will happen. We much rather a brother come in, be consistent, show up and put in the work and the grind when you can, and then maybe take a sidestep. Don't go away, don't fall off and disappear or become MIA. But things go in cycle. There's a season for everybody. And with every season, you will rise sometimes, and sometimes you need to take a step back. So we just try to encourage brothers to do what they can. Again, that many hands makes light work philosophy, and that if everybody gives a little bit, we can get a lot done. But what happens is all too often when that 20% has to do all the work, it doesn't work. But life goes in cycles, and some brothers, honestly, will be all in, heavy busy. They may drop off for a year or two, but really the brothers who are, I think, really committed to the cause from day one always stay connected in some way, somehow, whether it's paying dues, buying a ticket for the gala, showing up maybe once a month to mentor a young person, as opposed to maybe being an officer or a board member where there's a little bit more expectation and requirements to get the work done. So, we really believe we got to meet people where they are, and everybody's not trying to be a Superman, Superwoman, mentality, but we got to, at the end of the day, accept people's realistic abilities.
Man, you,
Right,
you,
man.
you running for office, man.
Man, hey, Johnny Dent. I was just thinking myself, man, Grady, your daddy would sure be proud of you right now.
Well, thank you.
No
That
doubt.
was good.
And I hate to put you on the spot, Grady, but I just want you to know that we are in the chat, that we know that is now also watching us right now is none other than Franklin F. Martin.
I thought I heard your name say that earlier. That's why I had to straighten up and make sure I get these points together, because Franklin don't play.
Yeah, so I appreciate him joining in and watching the show. And again, I ask everybody who's watching, please share the show as Brother Burrows shares this information. But what I was just getting ready to say is, when you're talking about all the hard work and and possible burnout, but just the things that you guys do for the good of the organization and to advocate for the people that you serve. This event coming up is a chance for everybody to kind of celebrate their victories and just have a good time. But you guys haven't had this. My understanding is that you haven't had some of these events in a while. You're just kind of returning to this. Is that the case?
That's 100% true. I mean,
okay.
In order to do these kinds of events, the magnitude of renting a whole ballroom and getting, this many people together for an experience for an evening, it takes a lot of work. And honestly, COVID the last 2 years, was a big impediment for not only our gala, but a lot of our programs. Again, we were very hands-on, and our programs were based on getting kids together, meeting, in collective groups, going to conferences and conventions where people, exchanged ideas and best practices in person. All that came to a stop. So as we come out of this, as we have to overcome that inertia, it takes a little bit more work and activity, but we're committed to making it happen, to making our gala on the 11th a success. We want everybody to come out and support us, because those tickets and that attendance helps fuel our programs and get the work that we need to do done. And most importantly, it helps us raise our presence in the community. Very, very important. As the 100 Black Men, having that mentoring model as one of our pillars of success, we get calls very often from single moms all throughout Cleveland saying, my son really needs some positive people or role models in his life. Can you please, refer a person or a program or an activity that you all are doing to help him out? And the hardest thing to do, whether it's a pandemic or not, is to say, we're tapped out. We're at capacity. We never want to say that. We always want to be able to take somebody in need, because that person could be the next mayor of Cleveland, could be the next governor of Ohio, could be the next president of the United States.
That's so true.
So you never know who you're going to touch, who you're going to lift up. And we want to grow our numbers so we can do more. We want to raise more dollars so we can execute more programs. We want to be one of the safety nets, not everything to everybody, but one of the safety nets here that people can reach out to and depend on to help in times of need. So that's really where we're trying to take this thing and really, again, walk the talk and be a workhorse, not a show horse.
All right, and I like that saying, Johnny. Did you hear how he broke that one? I'm gonna have to use that.
Yes, sir. Brother Burroughs, before we go further, and I know you probably didn't intend on doing this, but can you tell the listeners and the viewers how to donate to 100 Black Men, just as a layperson?
Sure. So you can donate right on that website, 100 Black Men in Greater Cleveland.
Okay.
Right on the website is multiple ways to do it, whether you send a check to a physical address to our office or do it through e-giving. There are avenues that you can take action right on the website to make a contribution.
And that is 100 Black Men CLE.org for you guys to do that. And I encourage everybody to support that organization. Also want to add that the honorees, I'm understanding the honorees, economic empowerment, Timothy Tramble, Senior Vice President, CEO, St. Luke's Foundation, mentoring our guy, Robert Ivory.
Big shot Bob.
Yeah, you go. I guess our guy.
Yeah.
Trailblazer Award, Margot Copeland, obviously retired chair and CEO, Key Bank Foundation. And I believe, because I know that's not 6, so I believe there's some others, but I know they're going to get that information into us.
Preceding information too, right before you got Superintendent Donald Jolly from Warrensville High School. You have Dr. Teresa Dews, president of Cleveland Clinic Euclid Hospital. And you got 6 other ones. This is good. This all of them, I think.
That's 6. All right, good job, Johnny. Good job, man. Good people. People who are needing of being honored, and I'm glad the organization has seen fit to honor these people. And that's another thing. Let me ask you, Grady, because a lot of times we don't honor each other. And now some people get honored a lot, and that's great too. You can never be honored too much, especially if you're doing something good in the community. But I know some of these people have been honored by other organizations, but a lot of times our people need a refresher course of what people are doing and who they are, and the people who are doing positive things within our community, historically, currently. So I appreciate that you guys are doing this, but how important is it to the organization, and I guess to the people, the city that you serve, Cleveland, to honor these people and to let the city know and let the people know who they are and what they've done?
It's huge, just from the standpoint that everybody that you mentioned comes from the Black community and represents some facet that we have either touched or work in, or that touches somebody else. And to your point, some of them have been honored before in other ways, but many of them don't get the recognition that their peers or their organizations, we feel, should bestow upon them. So it's important that we, as people of color, as African Americans in Cleveland, take a minute to honor and recognize these folks. Number one, it helps set a precedence that we are doing excellent things here. We are changing lives and touching people and making a difference from a positive standpoint. I think quite honestly, another thing, and just keeping it real and being transparent, it helps to broaden the 100 Black Men of Greater Cleveland's network. We look at ourselves as an umbrella kind of network from the standpoint that yes, we have members, but we have volunteers who show up and who are not necessarily a member, but help to contribute in a number of things, showing up at our events, helping execute, helping facilitate, and do operational things. So those things are very important. And then when we try to connect and be a connector for some of our activities or events, having some of those honorees to help fill in the gaps or make that introduction or be a liaison or a person who can help get something done is very, very important. So there are a number of reasons, why we do this. But at the end of the day, it's really about recognizing African-American and Black excellence here in Cleveland. And we need to do more of that, because honestly, we get so much, even 2021 going into 2022, negative things that come across our desks, our phones, our laptops, just exposure, that we can't do enough raising up about what's going on good with Black Cleveland and those folks who have blazed trails sometimes. I mean, honestly, we stand on the shoulders of many of these people in order to make our next move. And had not been for a lot of these honorees doing what they do, many of us wouldn't have the opportunities to do what we do or aspire to.
Okay, and again, we're with Brother Grady Burrows, the 100 Black Men of Greater Cleveland. I see in the chat we've been joined by my brother Any Eret Sean Kalfani, Sean P, the author. Man, this is quickly becoming my favorite book, the author of What SARS-CoV-2 Taught Me. Sean, well, since we have you listening, I talked to Dr. Cole today. She has a message for you. We're setting it up where she can be a part of when we bring you on. She says she doesn't want to miss this, and I told her she got a shout out in the book. So she gave me a message. I'll give you that message directly from Dr. Cole. Also, we've been informed that we did have one more brother that is being honored. Man, I don't know why y'all go try to leave off the rappers. My brother Archie Green is getting the Rising Star Award. And I don't know if you guys know, in Clevelanders should know about Archie Green. Actually, he got a lot of times during the mayoral campaign, we heard Archie Green getting shouted out by Mayor-elect Justin Bibb for his contributions as an artist who talks about important things. In particular, Johnny Dent, I believe it is mental health that brother has been talking about and incorporated in his raps. I'm always happy to see the hip hop community getting my young nephews, nieces and nephews, and everybody in Cleveland that's a rapper MC. They my kids. So I appreciate to see those brothers. Now we've also been and Eric Howard. What's going on? We got my brother Eric Howard in the building. Darren Huggins. Also, Adrian is letting us know that the co-chairs, man, y'all got the who's who of Johnny, did you see the co-chairs of this?
I know, right?
Larice Purnell, my man, that's my brother. Catherine Hall, Natoya Walker Minor. Let me get all that together.
The bishop's wife.
And it's 5 total, so I'm sure she's going to be dropping some more in there. And I was just with Latrice and Catherine Hall at the at Mayor-elect Justin Bibb's watch party, where we watched him get elected. So big ups to that. And so no, you guys,
you watched him take over. Blindside everybody. That's what happened.
Man, that's an incredible story, and we will talk a little more about that. All right, Adrian is letting us know that Archie Green is the founder of Peel Them Layers Back, which obviously gives a nod to mental health. So yeah, and I'm gonna have to get that brother on the show. So we're gonna have to reach out to brother Archie Green. But you know, if you Johnny Dent, he already knows if you come on my show and you're a rapper, you got to have bars. I want to hear some bars.
Please, at least make them up. Have some.
Have bars.
You know,
If you're
we gonna ask you to freestyle.
MC, you come on the show. I'm not letting you get away without having bars. Somebody tell them in advance. But no, I'm proud of that brother. And I've been watching the things that he's been doing and his message, and that's something that we appreciate. So no, man, this sounds like this is going to be a great event, Grady. I'm glad that we have all the information in there that you have shared. When I talked to Vicky and she told us she didn't know who they were going to have to come on the show to represent the 100 black men of Cleveland, and it was a while before she said, "Oh, it's going to be Grady Burrows." I'm like, "Okay, this is going to be a good time." This is going to be.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say it's always good when you get a chance to spend time with somebody you know, like, and who you have been with before. So it's not a cold lead. As I say, it's a warm introduction.
All right, my brother, Johnny Dent. I don't know if you saw the picture I posted. I found it. I don't even know where I found that picture at. It was a picture of my dad, Grady's dad.
I saw it, yeah.
My brother Bob Ferguson, big up Dr. Bob, and the late great Ruby McCullough, who pretty much built by hand the Harvard Community Center. So to see all of them in the picture together was amazing, and I'm sure that picture was up, either was at the Harvard Community Center or it was at their business on Lee and Harvard. Burroughs and Hurd Travel Agency.
Right.
And that's, you know what, and that's partnership in Black economics and Black power in Cleveland. So not only did they start their own travel agency, but Grady's dad did his insurance agency out of there. My dad did his law agency out of there, and they all came together to work together. Man, that's an incredible story in of itself. Childhood friends from Florida coming all the way to Cleveland, be successful in their own right, and then to partner up to start a business in the community. So a beautiful thing. All right, Johnny, then before we let Brother Burroughs go, you have anything else?
Yep. Number one question as a chaplain, I got to ask you, because we don't do it enough. There's a gentleman by the name of Joseph Harkless. He always talks about brothers checking in on brothers. So, Brother Burroughs, how is Grady doing? Just flat out.
I'm doing phenomenal. I'm blessed to have health and to have a beautiful wife and sons and family. So I feel each day is a blessed day when I get up and I'm able to put one foot in front of the others, because honestly, so many people aren't. So I always look forward in life with the glass half full mentality and a lot of blessings, because had not been for what Brother Hurd just said, with all that has been poured into my life from my dad, my mom, my family, people who just cared about me, I would not be here today. So I think it's important to have that same impact, not only with my family, who I'm going to take care of, but to other people I know I come in contact with and who are part of my life.
All right, my
Good
man.
stuff, bro. Good stuff.
Again, Grady's here representing the 100 Black Men of Greater Cleveland. They have a dynamic event coming up. That is December, is it the 11th?
That's correct. Saturday.
December 11th, Saturday. You don't want my man DJ Low Key will be in the building on the 1 and 2s. So no, and they're honoring lots of worthy people that you may want to slide a business card to, get some networking going on, as well as just other members of 100 Black Men of Greater Cleveland. A great place to have a good time, to network. But as you said, you guys haven't had anything for a while due to COVID, and I like that it's not just a masquerade, it's a mask array party. Man, I'm mad when somebody thinks of something slick and it wasn't me. But no, I love that play on words. So yeah, excellent. Anything you want to say, Grady, on the way out about the event or 100 Black Men?
I just want to say thank you for the time tonight. Thank you for giving us this platform in which to share a little bit more about what we do. I would just ask the community, the listening audience, the people who are tuning in this evening, just please keep your eyes and ears open about the 100 Black Men of Greater Cleveland. We're going to be doing some phenomenal things with our young people, especially around the upcoming season with the basketball all-star game happening here. We have a big program taking place with CMSD young people, and just continue to support us. For those men who are listening, who are interested, make yourself known. Check out our website. Get an introduction. We'd like to talk to you. And for those who might have a young person who needs some mentoring, again, we are a resource here for you. So closed mouth gathers no food. We want to talk to you. We want to know who you are, and we just want Cleveland to be a better place for all, especially people of color and folks in the Black and African American communities. That's it.
All right. And again, they said in the chat, they're saying they need your support. And Vicky is reminding everybody that masks are required. You don't show up, you show up without a mask, you won't be getting in. It's for Christ's sake, it's called a masquerade party. Okay. Let's not be slow. Anyway, appreciate you, brother. People still right now that are watching, you can still share the show right now, and they'll get a chance to watch it again, or it'll be archived on ChillTalk, and you can also catch it on YouTube. I will download it almost right after the show's over with on the Kevin Chill Herd YouTube channel. So please subscribe to that as well, and like and follow the Chill Talk page. Also, again, you see the Cash App if you want to support Chill Talk. We didn't have anything to give away for free today, but we've been giving away all kinds of great free things. Anyway, you can support Chill Talk right now. Cash App $money to the number 2 Chill. We appreciate it. Darren Huggins, thank you for participating, bro, and watching. Grady, what I'm gonna need you to do is I'm gonna have to bring you back on Chill Talk because we want to talk about coding and the importance of coding, especially to our young Black youth coming up, and the importance of that. So I definitely want to invite you back to talk about that specifically, because that's something a lot of people need to know about. And big ups to Vicky Dansby for making this happen. And as I said at the beginning of the show, we don't have our super producer Felicia Haney here. She's down, but she's not out. She says she's taking all love, all hearts, all prayers, all good wishes, all love and light. Send her way. She says she'll be back soon, even if she has to show up with a bedazzled oxygen tank lugging around.
With diamonds on it, probably. Knowing her.
Right, knowing her, fashionista Felicia. So make sure you give all the well wishes, and we'll keep you updated on our producer, the super producer. And brother Johnny Dent, thanks a lot. Thank you for joining in. I know I called you. We're not at the last minute like I normally do. Like normally it's on Wednesday, like what you doing in about 2 hours. So I called you about 2 days before.
You did good, man. You did good.
All right.
And it's an honor. It's an honor to meet Brother Grady. Oh, man, you're doing your thing in 100 Black Men.
Okay, wait a minute. I almost forgot while I was
appreciate you,
books,
brother.
While I was pulling books. Oh, wait a minute. Just in case y'all forgot. Wow. Johnny Dent, top author, one of Cleveland's most appreciated and welcome author, the author of Sugar Boy, A Journey into Manhood by Johnny Dent Jr., who we have right here. Man, one of the top selling books in Cleveland about life in Cleveland, East Cleveland, and Johnny's redemption story. If you read it, you'll find out why I call him the gangster chaplain. Oh, he's a chaplain now. Hey, hey Grady, when I first found out that Johnny Depp was a chaplain, I'm like, what? And then I saw him in Cleveland Clinic, chaplain. Yeah. I'm like, Johnny, like I know a couple of cats come in here shot up and stuff, and they see you, and they like, what the hell?
Hey, at the end of the line, me.
And then you gotta say, no, I'm a chaplain. They like, what? hey, you want to know the story of Johnny Depp? Johnny Depp, where can they get Sugar Boy?
Man, mainly any outlets online. You know, COVID shut some stuff down, but we rearing back up again and make another run. You know, that's over 10 years now, Chill. That was
I know, man.
Yeah, so it's gonna have bringing out a gold edition, and you know, got all kinds of stuff in the works. So just anywhere online right now.
Okay, all right. But we appreciate you, Johnny Depp.
Soon coming back to Barnes and Noble, courtesy of my niece Jordan.
Say my daughter Jordan gonna get your book back in Barnes and Noble. At least that one. But yeah, no, we appreciate everybody for tuning in. You know, share the Chill Talk show. Support the 100 Black Men of Greater Cleveland, and we thank everybody for watching again. And again, I don't know if Felicia is watching the show right now, but love and light to my sister, and I'm in communication with her every single day. So you know, as she chooses to give out information, I will definitely share that information with the Chill Talk audience, which she loves dearly. So, Brother Grady, appreciate you, bro. Looking for you back on to talk about coding. Yeah. And Johnny Depp, thanks a lot for sharing your time. And you need to get some people in all those chairs behind you, because obviously nobody's hanging with you. There's a lot of empty chairs, bro.
Well, they on the other end. You don't see them. I got a live listening audience.
All right, but we will, in honor of Felicia, we will end the show like we always do. Throw up those 2 fingers. We love y'all. We up out of here, Cleveland. Peace. We gone. All right, Grady, I'll get back with you, bro.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
We gone by.